So you have your oracle card is the gorilla, which is peace. And I love this card. This is seeking or negotiating peace. Um, it's a position of strength, not weakness. So choose peace rather than war, regardless of the situation. So if it's an ex, if it's a family member, if it's a friend, somebody pissing you off, somebody has done you wrong, you've done them wrong, whichever direction this goes, or both ways, the gorilla is talking about now is the time of peace. And I love this card because just looking at it, when I got the deck and, I go through the cards and I welcome them and whatnot. And just looking at this card, I immediately felt that sense of peace of letting things go, letting the negativity go, letting the negative vibe go, harnessing the good and bringing forward, new beginnings, new starts, kind of a line in the sand. No more fighting, no more arguing, no more judging. The first card you have coming into the month is the Five of Swords. Now, this is defeat. This is a Pyrrhic victory or some sort of dishonor. So this is probably the reason for the gorilla, for the peace, because the Five of Swords talks about that defeat. It talks about feeling as though you're at a loss because something you thought that is not, or something that, smelled like a rose, ended up, smelling sour. You get my point. The Five of Swords is, somebody telling you what they thought you wanted to hear and then nothing came to fruition on it, or it became kind of a laughing stock for some of you. For some reason, they're telling me not laughing stock in a bad, that's never good to be a laughing stock, but basically, somebody who decided like I'm gonna do me and I'm the grass is greener or and you thought that this was going somewhere grandiose, or maybe even just, hey, this is somebody that I'm gonna have in my life for a little bit, or you get my point. Again, something here that didn't size up to what your expectations were. And the hardest part about it, Gemini, is the fact that your expectations weren't off point. It wasn't like they were over excessive or non-achievable or something that wasn't obtainable. So you weren't asking for too much in essence, and yet there was still some sort of disappointment. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month. And you have the Chariot card. The Chariot card is Cancer's card, but this is saying that things will go on. This is talking about, the Chariot eventually gets to its stop where there's a welcoming party and people are very happy to see this Chariot because there's success all around them, counting the blessings of what we already have. The Chariot card talks about self-identification, but also knowing the path that you're going on. So, okay, screw this part right here, the Five of Swords. All right, so somebody did you wrong, or you did them wrong. Again, cross watchers, this can be reversed, but somebody was wronged here, or situation didn't go as planned, or I almost feel as though you feel foolish a little bit, Gemini, in believing something somebody once said to you. And this may be 5 months ago, it could be a year ago, but some of you may be thoroughly over it, but you're still having a hard time relinquishing the fact that it's like I fell for it type feeling, right? But the Chariot saying, screw it, I'm going on. Like, are you kidding me? Nothing's going to stop my Chariot. I can drive this Chariot to the end of the earth by myself. I don't need anybody to be on this Chariot with me. When the right person comes along, or when I feel the want towards somebody, then that is a different story. But the Chariot comes to, at the end, a celebration of victory. So above all, there will be peace coming towards you. The next card you have is your distant past over the past 5-10 years. Could be throughout your childhood. And you have the Six of Wands. This is what I'm talking about. There's a victory coming here for you, Gemini. And this isn't a victory of screw you and you get what you deserve and I hope they cheat on you, that song, or like, I hope you get yours. That's not what this is about. This is about you recognizing, well, you know what? I thought it was a duck. It quacked like a duck. It walked like a duck. It had a beak like a duck, or a bill like a duck, whatever you want to say. and it was a duck. And it's kind of that, shoot, I should have recognized that, but now you're leading into victory. And this is, again, not a victory like, oh, screw you, or I'm going to wish the worst on you. But this is a recognizing or recognition of understanding that in the past, you've handled these situations differently. They're telling me, Gemini, in the past, this would have like detrimented, or this would have been, it would have taken down your sleep habits, your spirituality would have gotten in the way of, how you're taking care of yourself, or, temper or mood or whatever. And you're not. This is not in control. Look, he's sticking his tongue out. He's like, whatever, I got this. So yeah, maybe I sound like a 5-year-old, but guess what? It's the 5 of Swords who's saying, hey, you know what? You haven't defeated me, Gemini. Even if this card is coming up, you're victorious in the end. There is no defeat. You've been here. You've done this. You've seen this. And for some of you, you called bullshit before it even happened. The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the next few months, or over the past few months, and you have the 7 of Pentacles. You weighed this situation out. You knew it may not be exactly what you were looking for or what you were thinking it would be. You knew this. So you did pros and cons. And the biggest thing here is you went, here are the pros, here are the cons. And the worst case scenario is I get entrapped into something that I've been through, and yet it gets easier. There's that song. I can't sing it or say it or whatever for copyright issues. But there's a song in particular that I love that talks about like, the more this happens, the more hurt I've been through, or the more breakups or whatever, the easier it gets. And that's where you come in here, Gemini. Oh, they pulled a fast one? Fuck, you knew it was coming. Here's the Chariot. You're going to ride off in the Chariot into sunset of victory and happiness. You weighed, again, your options, and you chose an option that may or may not have been victorious. In the end, it doesn't matter, because you will be victorious regardless of whether this went in the direction you wanted it to or not. And this could be old love. It could be new love. It could be, somebody you're presently trying to see. Maybe it just didn't go your way, but you were already in cautious presence of the situation. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, you have the Emperor, which is Aries card. So you could be dealing with an Aries or have Aries placements in your chart. I love the Emperor for you. It's traditional. It's stability. It's something that it's somebody or some situation. Again, it could be family, friend, but potentially more along the lines of lovers or love. But the Emperor I love because this is talking about you finally deciding your self-worth and then saying, I deserve the Emperor. Male or female, I don't apply sex to the cards ever. But literally the Emperor is saying, I respect myself, therefore I deserve respect. And the Emperor is saying, you'll get that respect that you deserve. This is you showing up community-wise saying, hey, you want to shake my hand and you want to get along? Fine, great, let's do it. You don't? More power to you. Walk away. But you have a presence now, Gemini. There's a presence here in, a lot of people's lives where you're finally like in control with this Emperor saying, you like me? Great. You don't like me? By all means, I wish you nothing but peace. Peace out, man. Right? Peace out, lady. Right? Whether it's lovers, friends, families, you're coming to the grindstone of you're on this chariot, you're moving very fast, and you're done with the BS or the games or the second guessing or the worrying about what everybody else thinks. You haven't been doing that for a while, and it's starting to feel really good to understand your self-worth and your respect it's worth way more than what you've allowed in the past. The next card you have is the Queen of Cups. Ooh, quiet, quiet, quiet. This is anything, your immediate future. So anything going on throughout November. The Queen of Cups is somebody who's very silent. I always say mum's the word. Queen of Cups is somebody, male or female. Again, I don't apply sex, but this is somebody who's like, you know what? I have one cup. One cup for one person. For some of you, maybe if you're polyamorous or whatever you feel. Again, no judgment zone here. Make that very clear. This channel is no judgment zone here. But the Queen of Cups talks about, I am not putting myself on display. I'm not posting on social media who I love, what I'm doing, where I'm going, everything I'm eating, where I'm hiking. Like, this is you saying, come find me. Put the work into finding me, whether it's present, past, future. Put the work into me. Somebody is like right here, Gemini, with you. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Somebody's totally right here with you because somebody just showed up and gave me the major, major, major chills. So somebody is right here with you saying, look, I'm very interested, Gemini. I'm very interested in, who you are and what you represent, whether it's past, present, or future. But this is where you say, unfortunately, it's true to course. They need to work for it. And so many times in the past, you've given that away for free. And I'm not saying that, people have to worship the ground you walk on, but freaking, you don't remember that I'm allergic to peanuts? You get my point. This is you saying, if you want my attention, I'm not this open book right now. Eventually I will. I'll open up. And Gemini, you're the Lover's card. That's what, your sign represents, the Lover's card, or the Lover's card represents Gemini, however you want to look at it. But this is saying to get to that place takes devotion and takes time and takes initiative. The next card you have is the Knight of Pentacles. Hard work, cautious. So this is you saying, look, I've got a lot going on right now. So my main focus is on my family, my fur babies, my friends, people who mean a lot to me. Those are the people I'm focusing on. Those are the things, work, family. Those are the things that I'm focusing on the most. I will reciprocate energy to somebody who wants my time and attention, but I need to see that. And there's nothing wrong with that. People always feel like if they say, hey, and they text you, hello, like you're supposed to jump for joy and give them a cookie and be like, you texted me, hello? Holy shit. He texted me, hello. She texted me. Can you believe this? This must be, give me a break. Pick up the phone, have a conversation. You get my drift. This is going to be somebody who is very attentive, and you're going to proceed with caution, but you are going to proceed. Again, whether it's past, present, or future, there's not a lot of inclinations of past, present, or future. The Five of Swords a little bit makes me, we'll see what the rest of the cards have to say. The Five of Swords makes me feel a little bit like this is somebody from the past, just because it feels like been there, done that. We played this game before. Now, the Page of Swords is messages coming through. Somebody has a message for you, or somebody's interested in having conversation with you. This is how you're going to feel throughout the month. Now, the Page of Swords is also seeking the truth. So again, this may imply more of a past type energy, especially with the, truth of seeking what's out there. Look, the Page of Swords says you already have the answers to what you're wondering. You already know. You may be not fooling yourself. Okay. I don't want to say that. But the Page of Swords is kind of like, what are you looking for, Gemini? It's right in front of your face. They made it obvious exactly who they are. They've made it obvious exactly what they bring to the table and exactly what they want from you. Is that what you're interested in? Is that what you're looking for? And what do you bring to the table, vice versa? Let's say there were mistakes that happened, or indiscretions, or commitment. That's when the decision needs to be more of a, you already know, Gemini, like this, there's no woo aha moment here. It's been in front of your face. Now, how do you proceed with that? With caution. The next card you have is your hopes and fears for the outcome. And you have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is feeling like wasted time. Now, this is hopes and fears. So this is internal, but your hope and fear is, or technically your fear is, am I wasting my time? Has this ship already sailed? Because at the end of the day, the Four of Cups talks about apathy. It talks about taken for granted. So the one thing here is this Five of Swords represents what you're not wanting to go through again. You're coming into this month with this energy, which either means they have done it, you feel it's coming, or they're trying to get your attention and you're not interested because you don't want to play that energy. You don't want to be taken for granted. You know what that feels like. It doesn't feel good. So you're not entertaining that. The next card you have is your outcome for the month. And you have the Ace of Wands. Yeah. I mean, this is passion. This is, well, it could be fertility. So some of you could be pregnant or wanting to get pregnant or wanting to have babies. You know, you could be a man wanting to meet somebody to have children with or adopt children with, and, or a woman who wants to, you know, give birth and have that, maternal, paternal type energy. But the Ace of Wands is very much that creativity, that versatility, that acceptance, if you will. It's an inspirational energy. It's a beginning spark, and it's an illumination. So something there's an enlightening energy here with the Ace of Wands.